We are in a modern world where we think science rules the entire world. We think that everything has to be explained in technological mode, which I don't dispute because myself I'm a tech zealot. But we must also not forget that what is keeping us together as humanity are our traits, what we have been taught, what we have been brought up, things that are inherent on us, the biological beliefs that we have, the cultural beliefs that we thrive in.
Oh, Mr. Lenox,
Yeah.
if you could change one thing about how society handles culture and modernity, what would it be?
The fact that some people think that other people's cultures are superior or inferior to them should cease. So, religion is a very paramount topic. And religion is the reason why we are in social cohesion up to now. We recognize each other as one people, created by one human being. So the line of religion, modernity, and culture.
Yes, where do we draw it?
It should be drawn in the essence that religion is about belief, culture is about practice, science is about experimentation. A gentleman has the power to love people in true love.
Well, a woman doesn't have that power.
You're a woman.
I don't have that power.
Do you have the power? Actually, I'm not a recent graduate. Graduate and graduate. Graduate is the one who is waiting to be given the house.
Graduate.
But I've already got the house now. I'm a graduate. Yeah. And my name is Lenox Deda.
In Kenya, it's afternoon back home. However, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on which part of the world you're watching us from. Welcome again to another episode of The Rising Roots. My name is Damaklin Gechiko, your host as usual. And I'm so excited today because of the guest we are having. Very special, a person we met recently after, was it graduation? Yes, and we are back here again to discuss plenty of themes that we have in store for you. Today's theme, before I introduce him, is surrounding culture, modernity, and here we are going to discuss also more on religion, how the three either conflict or move hand in hand. So allow me to give him this opportunity to introduce himself. Karibu sana to our show. He will tell our viewers your names, new graduate in town, how has life been, what are your plans, just briefly as part of the introduction.
Okay, thank you so much, Damaklin, for the opportunity to come back here again in The Rising Roots, where the conversation is very open, transparent, verifiable, and very much alive.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, I'm not a recent graduate. I'm a recent graduate.
Oh.
Yeah, graduate and graduate are different. Graduate is the one who is still sitting on the tent, waiting to be given powers to read.
Graduate.
But I already got the powers now. So I'm a graduate, not graduate. Yeah. And my name is Lenox Deda. I'm a graduate engineer, civil engineer in this country.
Yes.
With a very great specialization in structural, earthquake, seismic focus engineering. And a very good social commentator on different issues and contemporary conversations that shape the day-to-day movement. So I'm happy to be here. I believe we are going to have a great conversation. And just what you expect is that we are trying to understand in the postmodern world and the cultural differences with a bit of religious augmentation that has been happening and going on.
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line or where do we join the lines?
Exactly.
That's what we are going to discuss today. Otherwise, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, really my pleasure to have you on the show. And actually, this is a confession. You know, when we had our short clip during the graduation, once I shared with it, I had friends who reached out and said, oh my God, this guy, bring for us this guy to the show. We want to listen more to the knowledge he has surrounding. And I remember during the shoot, you said you read how many books per week?
At least 3 novels per week.
At least 3 novels?
Voluminous.
Yes.
Yeah.
And from there, you've gathered so much. Huh? So, karibu sana, back to our theme, we are looking to discuss culture. We want to talk about modernity. We want to talk about religion. Probably what someone is watching and is asking, why is this theme important? By the end of our conversation, what is it that you as Lenox, you want them to take away?
Yeah, thank you so much again. So definitely in the most, to be very much discreet and very much direct and precise to this. Yeah, we are in a modern world where we think science rules the entire world. We think that everything has to be explained in technological mode, of which I don't dispute because myself, I'm a tech zealot. But we must also not forget that what is keeping us together as humanity are our traits, what we have been taught, what we have been brought up, things that are inherent on us, the biological beliefs that we have, the cultural beliefs that we thrive in, the religious and the faith movements that we are intertwined into. That is what also moves the today culture. Because at the end of the day, humanity needs to thrive. And humanity cannot thrive if we want to explain things based purely on science. There must be a thin line that must be drawn between the existence of humanity, because humanity has been there from the time of, depending on the number of the geological times you want to use, whether geological dates, whether the biblical, whether the scientific dates, but we have existed there. And inventions have been happening. So the narrative that we really need to do away with some cultures, do away with religion, do away with some beliefs, do away with some modernity principles, it should really spark and ignite a conversation within ourselves, especially the young people of this generation, the Gen Z, the Gen Alpha, and the millennials.
Sure.
Yeah, that battle has to be very clear. And I think that is the reason why this discussion is very timely.
Very timely. And I totally agree, because the gap between this generation and this generation is widening up each day. And we are headed towards where we are likely to live like two different people living in two different worlds, yet we are supposed to unite. So what is culture?
Yes, culture by definition, I want to be very much simple. Yeah, it's just the way people are doing things in terms of art, in terms of how they dress. Yes, the normal day-to-day thing that people do, the language they speak, that is culture. So it's just the typical average human being, whatever happens in his life, what are the beliefs that they have, cultural beliefs, how do they do their arts, their music, how do they perform their dressing, their celebrations, how do they perform their meals, what they eat. All of those are culture.
Exactly.
It's a very simple manner. I don't want to go complex this day.
Yeah. And when we talk about modernity now comes in from this other aspect where we look at what is evolving, what we are having currently out here. Talk of lifestyle, talk about religion, talk about everything. There is the past, then there is today. Now, you as a person, do you feel like culture and modernity are in conflict?
Yeah, I warned you last time, the issue of feeling. I really don't like the issue of feeling. You should ask me, do you think?
Do you think?
Yeah. So
this guy harasses me a lot. It's okay.
So thinking aspect, I think culture and modernity, they marry, because modernity is so relative. Culture is traditional. It's almost inherent. It's almost innate in us. But modernity, because the modernity in Europe is not the modernity in Kenya.
Exactly.
The modernity in America is not the one in China.
100%.
All those countries, their modernity is robotic world, automation. In Africa, we still do things on our own.
Yeah.
So, but it's our modernity.
But there is modernity.
Yeah, you realize that in Africa, in some places, when you just have a phone, leave alone a smartphone, you are considered modern. But in some places, if you don't have an iPhone, you are considered primitive. Yeah, so it's a very relative topic. But there's a line drawn with it that what demarcates aspect of modernity is the major invention that you have made, the remote world that you have made, the robotics, the digital twins that you have ventured into. That is what composes the aspect of modernity of the current world. So the improvement of foods, the narrative of GMOs, the different types of production and support of daily lives in us, that is more technologically facilitated. That is what we understand as modernity in the current realm. But it's a very relative topic if you go to global scale. So I think we'll try to stick to our scale and also go globally at some point, so that our global viewers can also get the relativity part of it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So when we talk about modernity, or I look at it from a different angle totally. I'm looking at the Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their way of reasoning, their way of thinking. I'm looking at their way of dressing. You mentioned that modernity and culture marry each other.
Yeah.
Someone from outside there, probably you're actually a Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
So a Gen Z will look at it like, no, these things are not the same. Our way of life is not your way of life. The way you see things, it was your time. This is our time. So where does now this gap come in?
Yeah. You see, there's something called invention. There's something called innovation. There's something called fashion.
Yes.
So,
Sorry to cut you short. Is now fashion in modernity?
No, fashion is both in culture and
Both.
modernity.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you look at the thin line that the Gen Zs draw, let's say from millennials, or the Gen X, or the baby boomers,
Yep.
or the lost generation, depending on how you trickle down, you realize that it's become such an imperative topic because
Yeah.
the Gen Zs, as we are, we believe that we need to express ourselves. That's our stronghold.
Yes.
We need to express ourselves, and we need to be liberals. Whatever I think comes in. What goes into me can come out at the same time.
All right.
While other people believe that there is a protocol to be followed to achieve anything. When you want to do anything, you approach your parents.
Yeah.
When you want to do one or two things, you approach your pastor, you approach your teacher, you approach your lecturer or guardian. But Gen Z, we believe that you approach it on your own scale. If I want to go to the minister's office, if I have a problem with the lecturer, I go directly to the chair of department, or I go directly to the pastor himself. I don't go through parents. So there is such a very big line of bold character that Gen Zs have developed in themselves. That ultra confidence part of it, that we believe that we stand at, we have a right, and the rights must be manifested, and it has to be. It has to come out clearly from us, not from a third party. It is you and I having problems. Let us solve this thing one-on-one. And I think that is a very good score that Gen Zs have made.
Wow.
Very good score. So if you look at the previous culture, people were brought up to obey structures.
Obey structures.
Yeah, I'm not saying Gen Zs do not obey structures.
Exactly.
Yes, but we have that inherent right to ensure that whatever we want does not take long. In short, we are what we call an instant generation.
There and there.
We want it there, fast food generation. We get it there, we get to McDonald's or KFC or anywhere, and it should happen to us. We're an X generation. Tweet it right away. Let it go to the world. I see information.
Yes.
I don't care whether it is credible or not. Let it go to the world. That's now the culture we have embraced. Bold character, instant generation. And it's a very good one to some extent.
It's a very good one because you just answered my next question, because I was to ask you whether you agree with it. Are you in support with it, or do you still support the traditional one?
Okay, I told you it is relative because if you look at how the traditional people did it, it led to a lot of cohesion between the intergenerational gaps. The children obeyed their elder brothers, and siblings took care of other siblings. But now Gen Zs, imperatively speaking as one of them, we believe that if I have a problem with you, even if you're my elder brother, but now we are going to finish that thing. Yeah. But initially, it was expected that go to the parent and report them. And suddenly you realize there's a favorite child who is always wronging you, but nothing can be done.
Yeah.
So you leave a realm of suffering or a realm of indignation. But right now, we have to approach things head-on collision.
Head-on.
And that we get the solution instantly. Or we get the more problem instantly, depending on what the outcome. That is very precarious also. Yeah. So on the way of doing things, I think the Gen Z's approach is quite fair.
It's quite fair.
Yeah, because the bureaucracy is what leads to problems in the country. Yeah.
Now, as a person now, do you feel like the modern lifestyle is the one that has shaped you more to who you are, or it was the tradition or the cultural, from home, back home, is what that contributed more to who you are today?
Yeah, I think in that question, I would say that the modern world has really sculptured whom I am because I've taken the formal education that is modern, and that is what has enabled me to have the information that I have in different aspects of life. So as much as I might say back in the village has also shaped a bit of my life, I cannot deny the fact that for me to reach here, I had to go to school in the village. And that school had a modern curriculum similar to any other part of the world, or any part of Kenya. We had that same curriculum, 844 system.
Oh, the system.
Yeah, so that one has shaped me life. But also in very many aspects, the way I express myself to old people is different from the way other people might express themselves.
Oh, okay.
The way I express myself to authority, to approach to religion and culture is different because we are brought in different background. So I want to say that I think the modern culture has shaped the greatest part of me, or the better part, almost 99%. The 1% is now the inherent bit, how I see things happen. I don't need to get taught. If this is the protocol, I need to follow it and see if there's a solution towards it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you, because from what I'm trying to gather from what you're saying is to you, most of the positive in you, how you have been nurtured, whatever that has supported to who Lenox is today, is more of the modernity.
Yeah.
Okay. Then now let's put this aside and look at it from the angle of everyone outside there.
Yeah.
When we talk of culture and modernity, we are into things that at some point we feel like they are suppressing, especially women, to be precise. According to you, and probably from where you are coming from, nyumbani uko ushago, do you feel like somehow culture has changed the life of women or is dictating the life of women in a way? And you could be open actually and speak about other cultures that you might know that you feel like this is too much on a woman.
Okay, it's a very popular debate, what you have just introduced. Very popular.
Okay.
Very nice to talk about.
Sure.
But on the ground, they're not very much popular of a debate.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you look at the aspect of human rights, then you ask the person, define for me human rights. Then suddenly they start defining, you ask them, define for me women rights. Then they start defining human rights, which is both male and female rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the narrative of women rights or women being suppressed is a very popular debate on social media, on topic. But on the ground, I can tell you that if there is a grand debate that should go on, there is no gender debate that should be going on as we stand right now. Because the major things, we have fundamental human rights.
Yeah.
Like right to body and integrity. That is involves safety, that you don't need to be harmed, don't need to experience any violence.
Exactly.
Right of expression, right of health, right to shelter, right to food. Are those women rights or are those human rights?
Human rights.
Human rights. So I must accept that at some point in different cultures, women were not voting. The women were denied some civil rights. And that is what led to the civil rights women movement, which escalated in 1998 Beijing conference, of which Kenya were represented with very serious good ladies in this country, like Grace Onyango, the late Phoebe Asio. We had a very beautiful Kamba lady known as Nyiva Mwendwa. We had Chemutai Jelagat. We had people like Professor Wangari Maathai. These are women that championed for the civil rights movement in Kenya. From that one, we saw women getting to parliament, women getting to appointing positions, even to extent of United Nations.
Even in church.
Yes, even in church.
There are places where women are not allowed to preach.
Yeah, of which that one is also a discussion that can ensue.
On its own.
Yeah, on its own. So the whole thing is that the women rights movement at this point is no longer debate. There is no single right woman has been denied up to now. So when we trickle down to culture, I understand there are some things people might disagree on, and that is why culture is very relative.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people think that FGM is right? Some cultures.
It's a right.
They think it is right to
It
do
is right
FGM.
to do it.
Yeah, they think it's something that is right. Majority think it is not. You get it? Yeah. When you look at the way of dressing, some people think that when the Muslim ladies put on the hijab and the burqas, they think that is oppressive. They think we should braid our hair and just be us. Yeah. Yeah. Some people think also in the similar way that women should not put on tight trousers, should not put on maybe miniskirt and tennis skirts and walk very flamboyantly in the cityscapes. While some people think that's now life. So it's a very relative to when we want to talk about the women rights, they realize that women rights is very complex, more than what we see it. There are questions that have been raised in modern world. In Africa, it has not been so much a debate. When you go to globally, in America and Europe, that's where now it discusses things like why are women paying little money compared to men doing the same job? Such questions arise.
Wait, is that still there?
Yes, it's still there.
Wow.
Yeah. And suddenly, women are accepting it in a global scale.
No, I object to that one.
Okay.
No. Huh?
You want me to give you some facts?
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
Just give me one.
Okay, the grand debate.
Which women, like for instance, give me an example of a woman who accepted that.
Scandinavian countries, in the 1970s.
Oh, okay. I thought currently. I thought you was mentioning of something ongoing right now.
The thing is, you see, this is why the women topic becomes a very raging, because, okay, let me not say that.
No, just please go ahead. We want to hear
Women
that.
rights in itself, is a very raging debate, as I told you, on social media, on the ground, because we tend to achieve what you call an egalitarian society. You know what egalitarian society is?
Please explain.
A perfectly egalitarian society that women and men are subjected to equal rights, equal things, equal movements, equal civil rights, equal employment opportunities, equal salaries. You get that? Equal responsibilities. That's an egalitarian society. And the countries that have tried to achieve that one went back to the traditional society. And I gave example of Scandinavian countries in 1970s when they were revolving to modern industry. Yeah, the women were complaining at some point that, oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are being paid less for working this, for doing the same job. So they went to the industrial scrutiny happened, and they are told now do the same job now in literal scale, not spending a number of hours. And they went on streets and said, no, it is too much. And that one is biological. The energy that a male human being possesses is more than an average female.
Sure.
So that was the narrative why they were being paid, because as much as you spend 8 hours in a day, the quantity of work this person delivers compared to the one you will deliver, even if factors held constant, there will be a shift. And they finally got the logic. But some people who are quite ignorant will continue with the debate, which has never ended. And I think it's a good thing the debate must go on.
I like the fact that you're saying some people are still very ignorant. And I'm looking at, let me maybe address our viewers. Your thoughts really matter. So we are looking at Lenox here, who is our guest, saying the energy from men is more than the one that comes from women. And what I'm trying to understand or put together is, Lenox, you're saying, if we are given duty, you're likely to put more energy than me.
Yeah.
And let's assume that if you put more energy, you're going to get better results than me. But now let's come back to reality. Is it really true? Because we are seeing women who perform even better than men. We are having CEOs.
In what fields?
We are having CEOs. We are having doctors.
Okay, let's go to a construction site.
Lawyers.
Let's go to a construction site. Who will deliver more?
A construction site. It depends with the work you're doing.
Yeah, carrying blocks and concrete.
Yeah, that is now physical.
Exactly.
But let's come back to your profession, because there is now the mental work. You're the one who has to come up with a structure.
Okay, maybe I interrupt you. I don't deny women do well.
Thank you.
In beauty and fashion more than men.
No.
That's true. Women do well in hospitality. For instance, a waitress. Don't despise any career. A waitress who is a lady who will do much well. That is statistic than who is a gentleman. They will serve more guests and please the guests more than these people in hospitality. It's a very simple debate. When you go to a construction site, a gentleman will deliver more, will carry more stone than a lady.
When it comes to manual work?
There's nothing like manual work. It's career.
What about the mental, the physical, the engineer even
the mental work? When you go to Microsoft or NVIDIA, or when you go to Detroit, you go to Tesla, the ratio of gentlemen to women are almost a great percentage, even when you go to Google. So the grand debate is that we must accept that there are some weaknesses and there are some strengths that exist relatively between gentlemen and females.
Yes, we agree.
Yeah.
That one we agree.
But now achieving egalitarian society is impossible. And that's where the debate of women's rights always lead to.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my next question was, do you think modern ideas about women's rights clash? I think you've answered that.
Modern ideas? No, maybe I can just respond to it also a bit.
All right.
Yeah. I think they do not really clash because right now, at least women can vote. Women can go for elective positions. Women are appointed, even cabinet people. Women are presidents who are in appointing authorities. Even in our neighbor here, a woman is a president, Samia Suluhu, who is elected by the people actually, with a whooping over 80% of votes, a record. Yeah. So they do not clash. Yeah. So but when you take modernity is now embracing current trends, of which I don't think all women who are successful or all women who have embraced the total right embrace. We have some women who are in even top government offices, but still embrace the traditional culture.
All right.
From their dressing, from their religion.
Yes.
Yeah, they still attend churches, mosques, traditional shrines. They still do those ones. They still eat meat, eat ugali. That's culture. So they do not really clash. I think they marry and they're complementary in different scale.
All right. Yeah. Now, I hope I don't sound petty on this one, but now that we are discussing, we can discuss. Yeah. Men's role, we have men, we are actually now moving to the man. Yeah. The man, masculinity, roles, etc. But when now you say a woman should remain there, not really remain, but there are roles a woman is meant to carry out.
When who says? You said when I say?
All right.
Or you say when, or when, you reframe the question because you are being subjective and I've not spoken.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's looked at women have their role. Like if
women have their role, men have their roles.
Yeah. Like if my husband goes to work, he's supposed to provide. Yeah. The original role of a woman was to stay home, take care of kids and the family.
It's not original. It's not original. But proceed.
What is it? It's still there.
When you say original, what does it mean? Does it mean it's forced or something? Or a woman is born to do that?
Yes, born to. You know, you're born into the world and you're told as a woman, you're supposed to stay at home, you're supposed to give birth, you're supposed to take care of. Then the man is supposed to go work and take care of the family.
I don't know, because you are being economical with facts right now. And I think it's not fair for the conversation. But maybe let me just interject a bit. Yeah, because when you say original role, we have many cultures up to now where women go to the farm, women go to hunting, women are the providers, men are the protectors. They are complementary roles in many cultures. As 21st century, the educated people, women carry arrows and machetes, go and hunt, sometimes go to war. But now, the culture that you have been brought up in, that you and I have been brought up in, it embraces that, men should protect and provide and lead and make decisions. Women are to be submissive.
Exactly.
And women are supposed to take care of the home,
men
nurture
love
the home.
Woman and take care of the...
Yeah, exactly. That trickling effect from man going to woman going to children, of which that one most societies do embrace when it comes now to a nucleated family level, despite where they come from. I think globally, actually. Yeah. So, by you saying it is original, is not really correct. It's just relative, or it's just major something. It's just.
But you say there is original here. Maybe from where your understanding and my understanding could be different, but originally here is naturally, maybe I use the word naturally, a woman is meant to, do, even when you get home, it is expected the woman should do the cleaning, should ensure the house is clean, should ensure that the food for the husband is brought to the table, and then the man has their own roles. Then, what I wanted to say is when it comes to even marrying, why is it that men can marry like 1, 2, 3, 4, but women cannot?
Women
cannot have 1, 2, 3,
okay,
4.
first of all, women cannot marry.
Exactly.
Women,
but they can have men.
Women are only married. That's English, okay? Yeah, men marry, women are married. Wow. So when you see somebody saying that, will you marry me? Then you know that person has a problem with himself.
Or when a lady asks.
No, yeah. Or when a gentleman asks a lady,
will you marry
maybe
me?
when proposing, you see it on a common scale. Then I think they have two major problems. Either grammatical problem with their English, because that English is misplaced, or they are problem with themselves. Yes. So when it comes to marrying many and polygamy, culture has proven over time, and science has proven over time, that polygamy can be sustained, but polyandry cannot be sustained.
That is the point. The question is why?
Why it happens?
Yes.
Because it is, as you told you, it is nature. Okay, first of all, a gentleman has the power to love people in plural.
Well, a woman doesn't have that power.
You're a woman.
I don't have that power.
Do you have the power?
To marry, to love 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I don't have.
It's very
let our viewers and our subscribers please do your responses in the comment section, because now Lenox, because I'm just about to hit at my point earlier on, because when I said naturally women are supposed to do 1, 2, 3, you said no, but now you are supporting that naturally men have the power to, but women do not have.
But you are talking of gender roles. You are not talking about marriage. Marriage is not a gender role. Yeah. Now you
hamepatikana, sindio?
Okay.
Sawa.
Yeah. So maybe in a nutshell, the thing is the sustained practices, the sustained role between men and women have always been that way. When you enter as a woman's house and you find it dirty, the woman will feel ashamed, naturally. But a gentleman will feel very comfortable. So
which goes back to my earlier point of
it's not natural. It is the woman herself that will come. You have been to the village before, haven't you?
Many times.
Yes, you go to the village. You very early in the morning, maybe you are going to pick some milk or do something errand in the morning. You find the house has not been swept. Chicken are just jumped all over the So the place is very chaotic. And the woman starts by saying, "Call a certain strange child. The entire tell you to sweep this place."
All right.
You get it? But the gentleman is just okay.
How do you translate that?
It means that it is inherent in that woman. It is in her conscience that indeed, natural. Yes, in the conscience, but conscience is natural. Is it not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's cross over to men now.
Yeah. Okay. Men.
Yeah. Men, culture.
Yeah.
Tell us something about men and culture and religion.
Yes, men are the most rigid people culturally.
Rigid.
They don't typically tend to change with the trend. That's why men's fashion will stick for hundreds of years and it will be relevant. And nobody will judge you. When I come here with a corduroy t-shirt, men will just think in fact, nobody will notice what you dressed.
Really?
Yeah, nobody notices. If you notice, then you have a problem.
Wow.
But now, the men and culture, I think men have really not evolved much in culture, apart from the technology bit. But the modernity aspect, the ideas of new liberal ideas, men have not typically embraced it so much statistically, if you look at it. But the ones who have embraced it have also suffered a very big backlash among themselves. And it's very unfortunate that modernity sometimes, I don't know whether I'm jumping the gun, but modernity sometimes has led to a lot of social insecurities, both men and women. That's why you have increased number of suicides, increased number of depression, the discussion of mental health narratives. They happen because of sometimes over-embracing culture that you don't understand in the name of modernity, or culture where you have not renamed modernity. Yeah, so, for instance, in Kenya, when you want to vie as a female politician, what will you be asked? Are you married?
Imagine.
You get it? Of which you don't blame Kenyans. They are at that level. When you go to Europe and America, nobody's concerned with that. Yeah, it might be a discussion, but actually does not hold.
Now, hold it on there.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
It's culture.
Culture.
It's our culture that at least women should have a place, because women are being married, as I told you, right? Yeah, you elect a woman today as an MP. Tomorrow is married in Bahamas or is married in Chile, and she has to go and live in Chile, and you can't deny her that right. So when a woman is married to a place, like let's say Kakamega, I don't know why I chose Kakamega. Yeah, then she fights as a women rep or as an MP. Oh, we know this, the woman belongs to our land. Yeah, she's part of us. She's part of this community. And I think she's going to be here with us here for a while, understanding our problems and troubles. Yeah, compared to one who lives in Nairobi and never has any reason to go back home. Yeah, so it's a bit of culture that is quite rational. A bit, it might appear biased to few people who have shallow reasoning of that idea. But in real sense, that is the level that we are in as Kenyans and as Africa.
Wow. Yeah. Now, then this now brings me to this question, because you earlier on said men do not struggle so much with the fashion, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's when you compare it to the women's side, you can wear a corduroy and no one cares. But with women, it's about fashion, what is trending, etc.
Yeah.
So are you saying that with men, they don't struggle so much with modernity?
No, not quite, not quite. Greatest modernity and technology has been done by men. I think 99% major inventions that have really controlled our modern scale have been achieved by men. So it is not towards, so the men's approach of modernity is towards challenging existing problems.
Okay.
You get it?
Wow, that's a smart one.
Yeah, and the women's approach towards modernity is about bringing new beauty to the scale, and that's very positive.
Which men really like?
No, not quite. Not quite.
Are you speaking for yourself or for on behalf of?
These are my ideas based on research from a large number of men, society, and communities. So the thing is that when you are dressed like this, it's very nice.
Thank you.
Tomorrow somebody will cut out this one, so it becomes purely short-sleeved.
Okay.
Yes, but when I'm dressed like this coat will remain this way for the next 500 years, and it will be relevant. Yeah. So the grand idea that men and women can have a common transition or a similar transition culturally is quite not achievable.
It's not.
Yeah, history has proven us wrong. So I think men are not struggling with culture. They're struggling with solving a lot of problems in society. So that is why if you look at major invention, anything around you, from your iPhone is a man, from anything, from this light is Thomas Edison, from animal electricity, it's Nikola Tesla. And at least I cannot ignore a few men who have solved problems in society, like Marie Curie, who gave us the radioactivity aspect. We have had major writers, major philosophers, major writers like maybe Paul Sidens Stickerberg. We have had people like, even our budding Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who really contribute so well to social commentary and defending human rights or women's rights in modern scale compared to the traditional problems they had here.
Hey, I see. And I know we're going to have a very hot discussion on the comments section. I know my fellow women, we are going to rise to the occasion because we are not going to accept or relent in any way. However, that's a joke. Now, you have also said that men are so much into development. Men are not into the beauty that women bring to the table. But this is a cheeky question now. Why is it that a married man with a family at home, not that he's abandoning them, but will go out in the street to pick a young girl that is well packaged to have pleasure with?
Okay, how many men can you mention? In 10 men, a group of 10 men, how many can you mention?
I would mention 8.
8 men. Who
Out
do
of
that?
10.
And what's the reason behind that?
That's what I want to know.
Is it the problem? Is it a problem with the man? No, I'm not married, but I'm going to respond as an adult human being who has been through university life.
And Ezra, you will also respond to that.
Yeah. So the thing is, the reason why it will happen is because of, number one, it's very natural, is it not?
Again, you go back to natural, and you told me earlier on there is nothing natural.
No, I didn't say there's nothing natural. I didn't say that. I just said that your definition of roles is natural. So the reason why a man
it's natural
would choose to get a random lady whom she thinks is beautiful is because the lady is beautiful. There's no the reason behind it. She thinks the lady is beautiful. He thinks the lady can give the ultimate pleasure principle at that instance.
And I'm told they regret after that. It's instant, and then after that they dash away.
That was the intention, actually.
Okay.
From the word go. Yeah. It was not. It wasn't a long-term thing. If it was a long-term thing, then the wife is at home.
Unfortunately, with women, they're geared towards attachments. You come into their life, then all they want is you to be there permanently.
I think
we are moving away from our discussion so much. We now come back from modernity to culture. Now let's speak about religion. Where does religion come in between? Do you feel as a person, do you think, or maybe from what you've read, discussions going on online, do you think there are some aspects of religion that should be reconsidered?
I want to say there is no single aspect of religion that should be reconsidered. Religion in its intrinsic form is very best for humanity. The social cohesion we enjoy as a people is because of religion.
Wow.
It's because we fear authority. And religion, authority is that we fear. Religion is about accountability. You are told that at some point you will account for whatever you did. And that one is very important in society. The reason why we are failing as even governments is because our leaders are not accountable. They do things they know they want to be asked. But now, religion itself, the raging debate has been going on. I've seen it online. People trying to dispute miracles, people trying to dispute wonders, people trying to dispute and dismiss religion as another person who, I don't know what entered their brain, but another person will treat randomly that I think Africa is poor because of religion. And you wonder what kind of mentality is that? That is, I think, intellectual inferiority. Because if you look at the best countries in the world, if you look at the top countries in the world, America is founded on Christianity. Trump just declared that on May they are going to dedicate America back to Christ. Europe is a Christian nation.
Such a great move. Huh?
When you go to the Asian countries, Saudi Arabia is a Muslim country. That's religion. Are they not doing better than Africa?
Sure they are.
But now religion is very paramount. It's very rooted. Through the anthems, prayers, everything. They even hold national things. So the richest country in the world, Luxembourg, adjacent to Vatican City, pure Catholicism, pure religion, doing so well. We look at the Swiss countries, pure Christian, doing so well. So the narrative that religion should be reconsidered is a nonsense topic. We must accept there are some crops in problems. There are even in science, there are some people who have brought false science. And those false science were disapproved in medieval times. So religion itself, I think the problem is that we have become lazy in religion to an extent that we cannot read our holy manuscripts, whether it's the Bible, the Quran, or the Bhagavad Gita of the Hindi. So religion is a very paramount topic. And religion is the reason why we are in social cohesion up to now. We recognize each other as one people, created by one human being. We account ourselves as brothers. So even the narrative where people are trying to fight against tribalism and dismissing religion, then you miss it. Because religion will teach you that all of us, different tribes, different languages, different races, are created by one human being, one superior being. And that one should sink deep in us. So despite the modernity that has been displayed, and a few people think that now because they have ChatGPT, they can Google one thing and get it, now they don't need religion. It's a joke. Because the complex life questions and the crucibles of trouble that sometimes face an average human being are so much insurmountable that even a doctor cannot explain to you. And the best way to do it is to give you an eternal hope of something.
Wow.
None of us know whether there's eternal hope, but we believe. And religion is about belief. So when you want to take religion to scientific experiment, then that's why you miss it.
Sad.
Yes. So the religion, the line of religion, modernity, and culture.
Yes, where do we draw it?
It should be drawn in the essence that religion is about belief. Culture is about practice.
Exactly.
Science is about experimentation. And we do a knowledge research and we come up with a finding, a recommendation, and a conclusion. Culture, this is our practice. Is it benefiting us? Yes. Do we like the way we dress? Yes. Do we like our food? Yes. Do we like how we build our houses? Yes. In Kenya here, we have people who build very palatial homes. Others build grass thatch houses.
Exactly.
When you go to when you go to the tropics, in Antarctica or Arctic countries, in Greenland, they build houses using ice. Yeah, that's not primitive?
Exactly.
And in Africa, when we build using mud, people think we are primitive and we are poor.
And you're very poor.
And it's because of the weather condition. Yeah, we are very equatorial. We are very hot. We really need we are very hot. Okay, we are hot. I don't know how to say it. But the weather is very hot. Yeah, so we really need to build houses that are cooling. So,
wow.
Yeah, that one.
Beautiful. I see you have a lot. You've read a lot. You've mastered so much and you have great understanding, which is really likable. However, when now it comes to these young people, we have so many people who are lost between modernity and culture. What advice do you have for them?
Yeah, I think one thing is very clear. That at the end of the day, we must be human beings. There are lots of discussions.
We must be human beings.
Yes, at the end of the day, we must be human beings. And we must achieve, in average biological definition of a living organism, we have 5 fundamental things that were taught in Form 1 for those who attended high school. That living things must do what? Must move. Nutrition, growth and development, reproduction, and their math, sensitivity, and everything. We must achieve those things. And trying to dismiss them on aspects of modernity and technology is a random joke that should be dismissed. So the young people, I'm not advising you actually. I'm just telling you facts. And this one you have to achieve, you have to do it. That in any scenario, in any given opportunity, we, the young people, must know the lines that we can draw. Because you don't know how much religion has achieved. In Africa alone, if not for religion, we won't be having hospitals and school and electricity. I hope you know that one.
Exactly.
Electricity came to Kenya through Lutheran Church.
Yes.
It went to Luwak. It went to Ngia. Then we had Mission Alliance here. Was a Catholic mission.
Great conversation here, Mr. Lenox. However, I want you also to look at the young people outside there who feel like they are torn between culture, tradition, and modernity. What is one piece of advice you could give them?
Yes, to be very much frank and clear with them, is that culture, tradition, and religion cannot be ignored. We must live with them. And there are things that we found them. Some of us have thrived and become what we are.
Wow.
I mean everybody, because of those cultures that drove them. The culture that, for instance, children need to be taken care of, need to be protected, is what has made some people get enough protection. The reason why there are a lot of child molestations, child abuses currently, is because of the degeneration of culture. That women and children, even in the past, when people used to go to war, women and children were being given priority of protection. When there was famine, it used to be that women and children are being fed first, then men later, which was really good. So those are things that have led us to become what we are. Furthermore, we must accept the fact that religion plays a very important role in a society. As I will tell you that anything, whether it's a school, whether it's a church, whether it's a road, whether it's electricity, all of them at some point started by religion in Africa, to be specific. When Christianity came, we got mission hospitals, mission schools, we got mission centers, we got rescue centers, we got scholarship opportunities from these people. So we cannot suddenly, now because we have come from the woods, and now abuse the shade of the canopy. It cannot be very clear. So, ladies and gentlemen, young men, and the people of my generation, modernity itself has to be embraced. And that is why we must embrace technology, modern curricula. We must also embrace the best part of how we are going to achieve technological advancement and innovations. And that is what we should thrive towards too. But let us not forget culture, tradition, and religion, and how they marry each other. Yeah.
And do you think that parenting somehow contributes to all these three?
Yes, parenting is the major problem we are having with the current generation. Yeah, because some parents have also abandoned their culture in the name of modernity. And that is why their kids have grown up, they even don't know their mother tongue, because language is part of culture. It is very sad seeing young children nowadays, young girls and young boys speaking very exotic English, and they don't know their mother tongue. Their names themselves are given by other tribes, the tribes of Europe. So they speak the language of the tribes of Europe. They dress like the tribes of Europe, and their names are the tribal names of Europe, because French is a tribe, German is a tribe. So those people, when they were dividing their countries, they divide themselves along their tribal lines. While in Kenya, we are 42 tribes. And there's nothing wrong with being a tribe. Yeah, so another very quick one, actually. It is very unfortunate. You see somebody saying that we are tribeless. It's a nonsense discussion. Yeah, the Gen Zs perpetuating this one are intellectually inferior or have a problem with their upbringing. Because which one came first? Is it Kenya or the tribe? You can respond that. The tribe came first. We have been here from time immemorial. We cannot suddenly become very clever just because Kenya has now been civilized to us. Now we want to dismiss what has brought us together. We are stronger in unity and weaker in diversity. And our unity is when we come together as many people and unite, not only segregate ourselves and form one thing. So culture has to be embraced. Embrace your tribe, embrace your culture, your religion, embrace everything. And through that one, that's the secret of happiness, a sense of belonging. Those who study Maslow's hierarchy of needs understand that when you reach self-realization and self-actualization, then you are at the apex. And that is what happens when you marry technology, modernity, religion, and culture, and you see how they can feed each other in your life. Yeah.
And they should actually also respect their elders.
Yes, their elders. And even when you're being buried, some Gen Zs used to dispute religion, and when they die, the religion has to be there for them to be married.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's very, very unfortunate to use that example.
And to our leaders, it's okay. And to our leaders, because the reason why I bring the aspect of leaders away from parenting, and you actually mentioned something like even names. These days, parents giving children English names. You know, I had a conversation a while ago with a parent who said and explained why he would choose to give the children English names. It's because of corruption in the world. So when your son goes to look for employment, you know, they often look at what is your son, what is your other name, where do you come from? So the name signals where you come from, and therefore it is likely to deny you even certain opportunities. But when you have both English names, then it is very hard, you know, to tell who are you, where are you coming from.
Yeah, that is a very weak point of argument and a very weak form of thinking. It's pathetic to think in that manner, that you are defeatist, you have accepted defeat. That you cannot fight change, that you cannot fight tribalism.
Probably they are fearing to fight.
Yes, and that is also primitive, to fear to fight and defend what you stand for. Yeah, that's a way of accepting defeat. And we must never accept defeat. We must never accept evil to win. Yeah, the narrative that they want their kids to be employed, that's why they give them English name like Liam Richardson or something. Yeah.
So how do you fight that?
Fighting that?
Yeah, you said it's a weak point of, it's reasoning in a weak way. You're fearing to fight what is rotten. It is like, how do you
the number of people employed in this country, what kind of names do they have? If not African names. Name the cabinet. Are they employed?
Cabinet. Look at the cabinet. You will hear the same from the same religion somehow. Some part of the country. I'm trying to avoid mentioning the names, but you will hear.
But still, you go to the government offices. All of us have career. Yeah, go to the teachers in this country. What kind of names do they have? Random names from the country. Yeah. I'm not saying naming them is bad, but naming them on the basis that you think that now, because that is also tribalism. Because when you give somebody an English name purely, that you are embracing the English tribe and you are trying to reason that English tribes are being favored compared to African tribes.
No, his reasoning was like you're not able to tell where they're coming from.
Where they're coming
locally,
from?
Yeah, locally.
Okay, so what's the point? That
okay,
now
for me,
you
I
come from. So you
Kisii.
come from where? Yeah.
Like me, I come from Kisii. So if you call me Damaklin Nyaboke, quickly people will tell from Kisii.
Yes.
But if you give me another name like Damaklin, maybe Peterson, my father's name, it's hard to know where Damaklin is coming from Kisii or from Central.
And that is how you not be employed now.
Oh, wow.
Because you have to know where you come from.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yes, it's identity.
Where you're coming from.
When you are fighting regional balance in this country, what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to ensure that everybody gets a share of the cake. And how shall you get a share of the cake if your name is from Stuttgart, Germany? You should go back to Germany.
Let's conclude by looking at this. Finally now, Mr. Lenox, if you could change one thing about how society handles culture and modernity, what would it be?
The fact that some people think that other people's cultures are superior or inferior to them should cease.
Oops.
The fact that somebody comes to dictate your culture, it should stop. The fact that somebody comes and dictates your religion should cease. The fact that some people think that other traditions are worse or better than others should stop. Because people have survived. Our ancestors lived thousands of years, good lives in those cultures. And that is what we have become today in our DNA. So we cannot suddenly, because right now we think that we are on TikTok and social media and on LinkedIn, that right now we can connect globally, so we don't need ourselves. We need to connect with somebody from Australia or somebody from where. They think that is now fanciable. It's the voguish idea. It's the infatuation of that. Yeah, it should not be the scenario. And also, proceed.
It was good having you on the show.
Okay, so I think in conclusion, I would just like to advise us as an avid reader, from William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare argues in the 12th Night that some people are born great, others achieve greatness, while others have greatness thrust upon them. Those things are culturally, religiously, and traditionally and modernity related. And he also argues in his masterpiece, The Hamlet, where he argues that Polonius tells his son Laertes that whatever is advanced may not be new, and whatever is new may also not be advanced. But life has to go on, and we must liberate ourselves from the shackles of doom that are keeping us back. Because I can tell you for one thing, that the forces that keep us apart are less inferior compared to the forces that keep us together as human beings. Let us embrace each other and let us thrive in humanity.
Wow. Yeah. That was really great. We are really looking forward to meeting you again and again. I know the journey has just begun, and we shall have you again in our platform to come and share different experiences or skills you've gathered outside there. So karibu sana. But finally, again, sorry to again have you to push our subscribers, talk to them, but tell them, kindly subscribe, continue supporting the channel, and then close it
If you're about to watch this show, have watched it, or intending to watch it, subscribe, because this is just a preliminary. This is just a synopsis. The real masterpiece is coming, and we don't want you to miss it.
Exactly.
So go there and subscribe very fast. You click there, and it's very free to subscribe. And then you can share it also, and you can have your thoughts. You can also DM us if you think you have a discussion that you can also bring on the table, because you have seen that it's a very safe discussion. You can also comment there. We are going to reach out to you, and we are going to ensure that all discussions, especially of the young people and the budding generation, starts and thrives globally.
Exactly.
So subscribe.
Subscribe. That is the word. Thank you. And until our next episode, see you then. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.